you know, it may start with just one little idea, one little product, but you can continuously grow and build yourself a multi-million-dollar company. You can do it. And don't doubt yourself. Like, you can really do it. Hey guys, my name is Salima Cartwright and I am the owner of Hydratherma Naturals products. I've been in the business for 12 years now, and I think I have some valuable information to share with you guys about how to get started in the hair care product industry. I get a lot of emails all the time about how to get started. What did you do to get started? Where do you get your bottles? Where did you get your labels? What did you actually do to get started? So I'm going to make this video to give you guys a rough, just like a general overview of how to get started. If you have a hair care product that you want to put out, or if you have a cosmetic product, skincare product, whatever it is that you want to put out and you want to get it to the masses, I'm going to tell you guys how to do that. Because right now, I started out with one product. This is our first product that we got started with, the Daily Moisturizing Growth Lotion. This is a product that I actually created myself, and it's our #1 moisturizer. This is was our best seller, our #1 seller then, and it still to this day outsells all of our other products. This product fave, and this is actually my product fave. It softens the hair so much, and customers just love this product that hydrate the hair, keep the hair moisturized. So I'm going to use this product as an example for this overview of how to get started. But it's not hard to get started in the industry, but it does take a lot of hard work. So just doing the initial things to get started, it's just a process of what to do, but it takes a lot of hard work, and you have to be very tenacious to be an entrepreneur in general, especially in the hair care industry. So I'm putting this video out, and I'm not looking at it like, oh, I'm gonna create competition for myself, blah blah blah. I don't think like that at all. I don't even think about competition or anything like that. There's tons of hair care product lines out there. I don't think about competition because I'm an abundant thinker. So I know there's a lot out there for everybody. There is room out there for everybody. The universe is abundant and it's infinite. So I don't think in any type of lack way, in any way like that. So when I tell people how to start a hair care product line, I know there is enough room out there for everybody. And as long as you have a product that is different from all the other products out there on the market, then there is room for you in the industry. Like, there's not a monopoly on anything. Like, there's room for you in the industry. So have a product out there that's different from all the other products out there on the market. Have an idea or something like that, an oil, or we have our hair growth oil, you have an oil, or you have some type of conditioner, or whatever it is, a skincare product line, whatever. Have something that's different, because that's going to set you guys apart. If you have something that's different, that's your gift to the world. That's your gift. That's what you're supposed to give out there to the world. So I'm not looking at it as in a competition way. I'm all for anybody doing something and, you know, contributing to society, whether it's in the beauty industry or whatever. So I'm not looking at it like that. What made our product different when we first got started years ago is because it was designed to balance the moisture and protein levels in the hair. So we had our moisturizing based products like this one, the moisturizer, and then we had our protein based products like the protein balanced leave-in conditioner. So both of these products balances the hair, keeps the hair balanced, keeps the hair very balanced with moisture and protein, so it prevents breakage, promotes length of tension, keeps the hair at a nice balance of moisture and protein, keeps the elasticity right. So that's what made our products a lot different than the other products out there on the market at the time. And people that know me, I don't know if you guys have followed me before in the past, you guys know that I have cut my hair, grown it out down my back, cut it off again, grown it up, you know, about six times. I think I've lost count how many times I've done the big chop and grew my hair back out again. So right now I'm rocking short hair. Anyway, to get back on subject, yeah, so as long as you have something that makes your product a lot different than other products that out there on the market, then you're on the right track. You are on the right track. So when I first got started in 2008, I was emailing customers, I'm not customers, other brands. I'm not gonna name any names, but there were some big brands out there that I was emailing saying, hey, how do I get started? I had no mentors, I had nobody to ask. I didn't have YouTube University because YouTube University didn't exist back then. All I had was Google. So nobody got back to me about how to get started, you know. So I was just kind of like, I want to do this, and I'm a tenacious person. So I'm the type of person that I will not stop until I figure out how to do something. Like, I will stay up all night until I figure out how to do it. So I just kept looking for information. YouTube, Google, YouTube. We didn't have YouTube. Like, it was nowhere near like what it is now. So a lot of stuff I just Googled. But I wish that I had somebody to ask, you know, questions to or something about that, about actually going into the hair care industry. So whenever people email me, I get lots of emails all the time about people asking, hey, how do you get started in the industry? What do I need to do? How can I get started? Blah, blah, blah. Where do you get your bottles from? Where do you get your caps from? Where do you get this and that from? So I'm going to put all that in this one video. But I always respond to anybody who emails me, because I know when I was getting started 12 years ago, I didn't have anybody to ask. And when I did try to ask people, nobody responded to me. So the number one thing to do is, say you have a product in your mind and you play around with different formulas and everything. You have, like, say you have an oil or a moisturizer. I just use the oil, for example. So oils are pretty easy to create. It's just a blend of different oils. So oils are probably the easiest thing to create, but make sure that your oil has something in it, or multiple things in it, to stand out among the crowd. Because our oil has emu oil in it, so that makes it stand out against the crowd, because emu oil is like an amazing oil that you can't find in a lot of oils. We also have another oil that has black seed oil in it, and that oil is not in a lot of oils, and those two products are really good to stimulate hair growth. So make sure you have something in it that is going to be very beneficial to your customer, and that's going to help stimulate hair growth or help seal in the moisture, or both. Like, our oils are good for hair growth, and it helps to stimulate to seal in moisture. So you want to have something that's going to make your product different. But I always tell people to start things the right way. You want to have a good foundation when you start your business. So make sure you have a name, and do a name search. Make sure nobody out there has your name. You don't want to have a name that somebody else is using, and then you have to go back and change your name. That has happened to a lot of brands out there. They had to use a name that somebody else was using. They already built their brand, and now they have to change their name and start a whole nother, like, rebrand themselves all over again. So you don't want to have to do that. You want to start your business the right way. So you want to do a name search. Make sure nobody has that name. So when we started Hydratherma Naturals, we did a name search. We made sure nobody had that name. Then get yourself an LLC, get yourself a business license. So you want to start the right way. You don't want to do nothing bootleg, and then it's going to come back and bite you in the butt later. So get yourself an LLC, so in case somebody tries to sue you for whatever reason, they can't sue and get your personal stuff. They can only sue the business. So get that done right away. That's the first thing you want to do. And then you want to create your formula. So you may already have a formula. If you have your oils or you have your moisturizer, you already have your formula. Try it on your own hair. Make sure you're using a preservative as well. You don't want to just throw anything together without a preservative. You have to have a preservative to keep your products, bacteria and everything from growing in your products. So create your formula. This is the first formula that we created. Tried it on my hair. My hair softened up so well, and I was just so in love with it. I gave it to my family. I gave it to my friends. Everybody loved it, and they were like, "Hey, you got something here? Give me some more of that moisturizer. Give me some more of that moisturizer." So I was like making it for my family and friends and everything. So that's number one. You want to just test it out. Make sure it's good. You want to test it and sit it out for a while. See how it does after you sit it out for a month, 6 months or whatever. Let it sit out. See, just test it out. After you test it out, you're like, okay, I got something good going here. Then you want to make sure you get yourself an online presence. So when you launch your product line, you're going to already have people know who you are, already have people following you and everything like that. So when we got started in 2008, there was no Instagram, there was no Facebook. So what we did, I was on a board called the Long Hair Care Forum. Now only old heads will know about this Long Hair Care Forum, okay? So this hair care forum was like a board that people would get on and post their hair pictures and things like that. So I was always posting pictures because I've loved hair since I was like 6 years old. Hair is something I've always loved. I've done other things. I was a hospice nurse. I worked as a hospice registered nurse for 10 years. I've done a whole bunch of stuff in my life, but hair is something that I've always loved to do. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well. So hair is something that I've always loved more than anything. But anyway, get back on the subject. I was always posting pictures of my hair on this hair care forum, and people knew who I was. So when I did launch my product line, people already knew me, and they were like, "Oh, okay, I know Salima. Oh, let me go buy her products or whatever." So make sure you have like an online presence already. Because if you don't have an online presence, you're already starting. You're gonna have to really catch up with that, because you have to be online. I mean, it's not like it used to be. You have to have an online presence. So get yourself an online presence. Talk about hair. Talk about your hair. Talk about your product that you're going to be launching. Talk about all that stuff. Then you want to figure out what you're going to use for your packaging. So there are a lot of packaging companies out there. We use McKernan packaging right now because we're doing massive amounts of bottles right now. If when you first get started, you don't want to use a company that big. Well, their minimums I think are like $500. So, if you have $500, you want to invest in a lot of bottles like that right away, I wouldn't suggest it. But if you can, the more bottles you buy, the less expensive it's going to be. When we first got started, we used SKS bottles. SKS bottles, you don't have to buy a lot, but you're paying more per bottle because you're buying in less amount. But if you're just getting started, like when we got started with this product, we probably bought like 20 bottles. or 30 bottles or something like that. So we started the business with like $100 or $200. So we didn't have a lot of money to get started with. So all the money that we used to buy bottles and caps and everything, when we sold it off, we bought more, and that's how we kind of grew the business. But yeah, so you got McKernan Packaging is who we use to get our bottles. We have then you have other companies, Industrial Container, and I'm not getting paid from all these companies. I'm just putting the information out there. So there are a lot of different companies that you can use, but SKS is good for when you're first getting started. But there are a lot of other brands out there, companies that you can use that you may be able to find smaller minimums. But those are Industrial Container is a really nice company and I believe that you can buy very, very small minimums for them. You just have to pay a little bit more when you're buying less. But the reason why you want to get your components first, your bottles and your caps, because when you get your labels, you want to have the measurements. So get your bottles, get your caps first. Say, okay, this is the kind of bottle and cap that I want. And a lot of these companies will send you samples. So you'll call them and say, hey, can you send me a sample? Some of them will send you free samples. So you say, okay, I want this 12-ounce bottle. Can you send me a sample of it? So I want to test my label and see how my label is going to fit on there. So I'll send you a free sample. So I know McKernan does that. So you can go to McKernan and ask them for a free sample. So once you get your bottle, then you want to measure it. So you measure your bottle, say, okay, I want my label to be this big. So this looks like a screen. So it looks like the product, the label, it looks like the ink is right on the bottle, but this is actually a label. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see right there, but it's a label. So you can get all types of different kind of labels, but you basically want to have your component first. And when you label the product, you can measure and see how big you want your label to be. So then once you get the dimensions of how big you want your label to be, then you can go to a graphic designer if you have a friend, or you can go to Fiverr. Fiverr will create a logo for you, which you definitely need a logo. Get your logo done, and then you get your logo done first, and then you get your label done because you want your logo to be on your label. So you have your dimensions, you got your logo, and then get them to design a label for you on Fiverr, or if you have a graphic designer friend. But I know Fiverr is like really just super cheap. So now you got your bottle. Now you got your graphic designer and you got your label. So you have your design for your label. So basically you're gonna go to a company, maybe any type of printer company. Print Runner is good for starting, because they have lower minimums. We use a company called Consolidated Label. That's where we get our labels from, and they have larger minimums. I think their minimum is like 1,000 per product or something like that. So I wouldn't use them if you're first getting started. I would use a smaller company. Another company is Uprint. You can use them as well because they have smaller, minimum. So you can start with maybe 20 to 50 labels or something like that. So you got your bottle, you got your product, you got your labels. Now you are needing to get your photography done. So send this product to whoever's going to be doing your photography. I have used in the past, what is the name of the company? Productphoto.com. And they have done my photography for me. I've also used my friend Tanisha, and I will put her information in the link in the description box below. But she's owns a company called Optical Treasures, and she'll do your photography, and she'll use props and stuff too. Now the first company, they'll just do straight white background, but if you want props and things like that, like natural pictures and stuff like that, which people like, then you can use another company, a photographer, or you can use my friend Tanisha, Optical Treasures. So yeah, so now you got your products, you're ready to go. So now you have your online presence, post pictures of your products, say, hey, I'm launching, blah, blah, blah. So now you got to get yourself your website. So there are a lot of website options out there to choose from. If you're using a website company, I would definitely recommend Shopify, only because of their apps and add-ons that you can add on for your website. So we've used other companies before for our website, and because the website was a custom website, it will cost a lot of money for them to make custom changes for you. So for example, if you want to add something like an abandoned cart to your website, so abandoned cart is if you put something in your cart and then you don't buy it, and then the company will send an email and say, hey, you forgot to buy this product or whatever. If you use a private owned company, it costs a lot of money to do those type of add-ons. If you use Shopify, it doesn't cost, I think it's even free in Shopify's in their with their service. So you get those little perks and add-ons that you really need to take your business to the next level. like abandoned cart stuff, different things like how people can pay in installments. People like that. Subscription services, all that stuff is free, or not free, but you can add it on in Shopify and pay monthly as opposed to paying thousands of dollars. So be careful when you first get started. I would definitely recommend Shopify because of those add-ons and things like that. Plus, Shopify is not too expensive every month, and like I mentioned before, I'm not getting paid by Shopify. I'm just letting you guys know based on my experience. And also, I lost my train of thought. I can't remember, but Shopify is a good platform to use if you're getting started. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You can find, if you don't feel comfortable building your own website, which is not too hard to do, but if you want somebody else to build it, they have people out there that can build it for you for like $500, just build out your whole website for you. And then now you're ready to go. Like, you have your website, you got your products. Now you need to continue to build your social media presence, and you have to have some money for some ads, because you're going to have to do some kind of ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, some ads on Instagram. You have to do that if you want to grow. So you have to have some money set aside. So the more money you put into your ads, the more reach you're going to get. So you could start, like, say you have like $200 a month that you could put in for your ads, or even if you start with $100, something that you just have to have some type of budget that you can put in for your ads. And as you increase in your revenue and you build and you grow, you're able to put more money into those ads. So with Facebook ads, it's not really good to boost the posts, and people know Facebook ads can be really complicated. So once you grow and you build more revenues and you can put more money into Facebook ads, you can hire somebody to do your Facebook ads for you. But when you first getting started, you can put maybe $100 or $200 a month into your Facebook ads. And when you put that money in, then it's going to reach more people, and then you're going to build more revenue. So the more money you put in your ads, the more sales you're going to get. So you'll be able to take that money and put it into more ads. So you're going to definitely have to advertise. And advertising, it costs. So you have to have some money set aside when you first get started for advertising. Contact some people that you might want to work with, some vloggers or some people on Instagram who you think will complement your brand. Send them messages, say, hey, would you like to try some of our products? Give us honest review. We don't do any paid reviews any longer. It's been years since we've done paid reviews. Probably maybe, the last paid review we've done, I can't even remember. It was probably in 2007. No, 2009 or something like that, or 2010. We stopped doing paid reviews because we want people to give honest opinions about our products. Say, hey, give us a review, but we don't like to pay because that will, sometimes people feel like if they're doing a paid review, then they have to feel like they're, have to give you a good review or whatever. So I don't think that that's fair to the customers. So I don't recommend that anybody do paid reviews. But, it's up to you if you want to do that or not. Another thing that you can consider doing, like, this is a passionate thing for me, is giving back. So, with every sale that we give back to the community. We give back. We've been doing philanthropic efforts since we got started. So, and people love to help other people. So when people buy from us, they love to buy from us because they know that when they buy from us, they are helping other people. We've given money to so many charitable organizations. Actually, we broke a record this year giving money to charitable organizations and all of our partners. And we got masks when a lot of the nurses and stuff were having problems getting masks in the hospital. We helped with that. Like, we did a lot this year. We broke a record this year with giving. So our customers helped us do that. So that's something that you can also have, like a philanthropic arm in your business to help give back to the community. People love that. That just attracts even more customers to you because people want to give back, and if they know you're doing something good for the community, people will always want to give and always want to help you give back to other people. So once you get those sales coming in, then you're going to be able to get your stuff out you have to order boxes. You can use boxes through USPS, or you can, they give you free boxes. You can go to USPS.com and use the free priority boxes. Usually we were using the padded and the medium size boxes. They give those to you for free. And you have to have some type of shipping software because it makes it a lot easier for you. And we were using Shipping Easy. Shipping Easy is a website that you can go to, and you can integrate with your Shopify store. They send the orders over, or you can download them into the Shipping Easy website. And then just print out your shipping labels and then put them on the box. So it's that easy. So I'm not saying that the whole process is easy. It's not easy. You have to be a tenacious person to be an entrepreneur anyway. But as long as you're doing everything step by step, then you'll be able to get through and you'll be able to make some progress. You know how they say, how do you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant bite by bite. You know, when you look at the whole picture, like when you look at the whole picture and say, wow, you know, when I think about how we built a brand, now we have like, how many SKUs? We have like almost 50 SKUs now of different products and different sizes and things like that. And it all started with just one product. You know what I mean? Like we're moving right now into a larger warehouse. We're moving to a large warehouse. We'll be able to get our products out even faster. And we're just growing and growing and growing. And it's been 12 years. We've continuously growing. So, you know, it may start with just one little idea, one little product, but you can continuously grow and build yourself a multi-million-dollar company. You can do it. And don't doubt yourself. Like you can really do it. My husband and I did it. You know, my husband he has the MBA, so he does the finance part, and I do I'm like the creative one in the business, so we're a good match when it comes to that. But you know, people have told us in the beginning, oh, you guys coming out with a product line, there's a lot of competition out there. And this was in 2008. There wasn't as much competition as it is now, but it doesn't matter. As long as you have a product out there that is going to do something that's different than anything else on the market, then you have something going for you. So don't die. Don't die of not doing something that you really wish that you would have done. Just go out and do it. Like take one step at a time. So, you know, today I'm going to look at some bottles. Next week, I'm going to look at some labels. The next week, I'm going to do something else. Even if you do it week by week like that, as long as you're moving forward and you're moving towards your goal. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and if you have any other questions about anything, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have about this. I'm very knowledgeable about this because I've been in the business for 12 years, so I know about a lot of things. If I don't know about it, then I will get back to you and find out about it. So yeah, so we're so happy that we're still growing. We're moving into our new warehouse. We'll be able to get our products out to you even faster. And we also are going to be in more stores. We connected with a distributor. We have a new distributor partnership going on. So we're already in a lot of stores on the East Coast. Now we're spreading out onto the West Coast. So we're going to be in a lot more stores. And if you have any questions about the stores that we're in, you can go to our hydrathermanaturals.com website or healthyhairjourney.com website and check out our retail locations. But it all started with just one product, and we have grown so much. So if we can do it, then you guys can do it. You know, it's not a monopoly on anything. There's abundance. Be an abundant thinker and know that there is enough out there for everybody. So hope this video was helpful, and if you guys want even more details about stuff like this, or because this is like a general overview, let me know and I will make a video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything below. I will answer all the questions. Just leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much, and make sure you stop over at healthyhairjourney.com and pick up your moisture and protein balancing products, Hydratherma Naturals products. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.